Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the newspaper review where we get to analyze all of the stories that made front page in some of the dailies that we have with us today. So many things has been going on in the politics. So many things has been going on. And we get to talk about some of them right here on the papers. We get to discuss whatever some of these topical issues are this morning on the newspaper review right here on Impact Radio 102.1 FM. My name is Uche Okorie.
And my name is Toluwashe Akinwumi. Good morning, citizens. And how are you doing today? And hope you had a really good night rest. It's the Wednesday edition, as Uche has rightly said. So wherever it is that you are doing school runs, trying to probably make breakfast, or you have some work to do at home, or you're on your way out, just get your ears locked in to this frequency. And also you will be able to watch us live on our YouTube channel at High Impact 1021 FM.
Of course, you can get to do that. We'll give you all of those details, but let's go on a short break. And when we come back, we'll go into all of it in full. Don't go nowhere. It is your urban lifestyle station, our Impact Radio 102.1 FM.
Welcome to High Impact Studios, the place where creativity meets production perfection. Need an outstanding audio production? We deliver professional jingles, engaging voiceovers, and attention-grabbing radio promos that stand out from the crowd.
If you're in the podcasting world, we've got the ideal recording space for you. Our studio is designed to ensure pristine sound, making it the perfect place to bring your podcast to life.
But we don't stop at audio. Looking for a space to film your next big project?
YouTube, we are live at Impact 102.1 FM right there on YouTube. So go subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the notification button so you get to know whenever we are live right here in the studio. Moving straight to the paper, very first paper of the day. The top agenda on the APC meet. What zone is it going to be coming from? Is it going to be coming from the north central? Is it going to be coming from the northeast, the northwest, the southeast, the southwest? What zone is going to be? And so I guess so many suspense, like the paper tags it, is on many APC loyalist heart at the moment as they see what will, those details. You need to go grab that paper this morning for you to find out. Underneath it, that ICC renovation and renaming of public assets. That ICC renovation and renaming of public assets. This has to do with an editorial by the paper. So you need to go look at that one on page 12. Underneath, reps consider restricting politicians' families to public hospitals, schools. Reps consider restricting politicians' families to public hospitals, schools. That one is on page 3. And that one we have to talk about. And I say we have to talk about it because I don't think it's something that we believe will ever happen. Do you think?
I wish people could see how I'm looking at you.
Has politicians, when they are holding a political position, they themselves, their family members, children, whatever the case may be, are to, focus only on public institutions. In terms of healthcare, you have to use public hospitals or public health centers. You have to use public schools. Maybe it's not compulsory, you have to use public transport. But the schools and the hospitals, if that sees the light of day, that will be a game changer.
Yeah, but the question in my own head was, will they agree?
Will they ever agree to it? That's the $1 million question. I think me saying $1 million question is me trying to subdue it a bit. $1 billion question is if they will ever agree to it.
I will say it in pidgin, they go agree.
Nah, they're not going to agree. That's the thing. So when things like this, come up and we see it and be like, oh yeah, this is good policies. But
it is actually.
It is a good policy, but is it a policy that will ever see the light of day? Now that is an entire different question on its own. So yeah, seeing it on the papers might bring a bit of smile to some people's face, but I'm sure it's a smile that will wash up almost immediately.
Smile.
Yeah. General, how would I put this now? Humanitarian organizations, the United States has pulled off most of their support, if not the entirety of their support from all of this. And Africa, Nigeria seems to always be the big hit when things like this happen, irrespective of the fact that UNESCO covers the entirety of the world, because this is about cultural heritage and all of that when at large. And it's really, really sad. It means that as a country, our leaders have so much more that they need to do, so much more that they need to cover. In the health sector, that has to do with USAID. We know how much USAID was involved in so many things that had to do with health in Nigeria. Are you talking about HIV? Are you talking about tuberculosis? Are you talking about different kind of sickness, which they actively, go for and fight against? And we've not yet seen the backlash of that yet, because so many things are still on ground and all those things need to fade out before we actually see how deep the effect is. But before that happens, it means our leader has so much to do. Our leaders in general have so much to do so that indeed we will never get to feel that backlash. And now that they are aware that yes, the US is cutting off of so many places, it means you have the opportunity. This is happening now because of the USA that was cut off in 2025.
We're already seeing it.
Do you get my point?
It's like
So
start to prepare.
we need to start preparing for that now, so as to make sure that in a year's time, in 2 years' time, where the huge effect of all of these cuts will start, bringing out effect, we won't get to feel the effect.
It's so it looks so painful, when one person is depending on someone and then the person just pulls out like.
It's just what life is all about. I could go deeper into our day-to-day life on how dependent is not really good, but it's what it is. The moment you start depending and not, having your own source of making sure that you can fend for. Yeah, well, it was a beautiful one yesterday. The Nigerian Super Falcons in the semi-finals of the Women African Cup of Nations yesterday, and 1-0 up, an equalizer happened, 1-1, and at almost to the last minute, 94th minute if I am not mistaken, Michel Alozie shoots the ball. One of the strikers did a distraction and it just went straight deep into the nets to send us straight to the final. And of course we'll be meeting the host nation Morocco in the final.
Act now. Northern elders tell federal government. Flawed. Act now. Northern elders tell federal government. You can find this on page 45. But with this headline, I kind of feel like probably isn't it too late?
Well,
I mean, it's raining season already. I feel this probably this type of news will probably be better
for them to put acts to words rather than just, talk about these things, but start putting actions to all of these words so that our people, our brothers and sisters from different parts of the country won't have to suffer this devastating, flood,
Yes.
the same way the residents or our brothers and sisters in Mokwa had to go through, with many of them still displaced now. It's a really sad situation, and no one deserves to go through such situation.
Interesting. So you can get more details on that on page 45, still on the Daily Trust newspaper. Representatives ask U.S. to restore 5-year visa policy for Nigerians. Representatives ask U.S. to restore 5-year visa policy for Nigerians. More details on this also on page 45. Hopefully, probably they give in to all of this, because with the whole with the whole policies that have been coming up from the past few weeks, doesn't seem like they want to turn back on their decision. More stories here.
Yeah,
You
go
want
on.
to
Go
say
on.
something?
No, not really. Representing Nigeria, not just themselves, not just a state, not just a tribe or anything, but
The whole of
Nigeria
Nigeria.
as a country. So it needs to be carefully selected. So maybe 6 months, a year can be excused. 2 years, we're gradually going to the third year. And probably in like 7, 8, 9 months, we're going to be in the third year, because hey, it's going to be May 29 if I'm not mistaken. So we're talking about next year, May 29, less than how many months? 9 months, 10 months into the third year of the administration. So who's to say it's not going to be a full year, a full tenure before we have ambassadors? Who's to say? The people that are eventually churned out. This constantly right here on the program,
Yes.
talking about I even remember giving an example of far back as what was it, far back as 2017, because I was actually in the real estate industry then, the media real estate industry,
Right.
and I could, and it makes no sense. We have to find a way of pushing our interest rate to a single digit interest rate. If it's even double digit interest rate, maybe 10%.
Make
But
it
even,
really low. So that
maybe
they can
even at
really afford
10%, I don't think it will work. Because I'm telling you, about 2017, it was 13, 14%. The complaints were high, really, really high. Not only for people who are just doing business, but for people who are going into mortgages. It was really, really high, because now those companies couldn't build houses and put them up for mortgages at those high interest rates. When are they going to make their gains? When are the mortgages going to be completed? And how are people even going to apply for those mortgages? Because now you're going to put those interest rates in the prices too. Sometimes, and you know how mortgages work, they're not paying it immediately. It could take years. So it's important for you to put the prices in a way where it can actually be sustainable. You can actually repay those loans and continue